And all I know is you're my only hope. When I'm up, when I'm down, when the wolves come around, when my feet hit the ground, I just need you on my darkest day. When I'm losing faith, no, it ain't gon' change. I just need you. I had to share that with you guys. That is one of my favorite songs. About 5 years ago, I switched my radio away from mainstream music to Christian music, and it has just transformed my soul. I feel so uplifted every day. I feel poured into, and I feel encouraged. And my daughters are getting it too, and I look back and they're dancing, they're singing, and I just love it because I just wasn't getting that from other channels. So that's one of my favorite songs to break it down to, and it's just so awesome, full of so many great nuggets of wisdom, and that is I Just Need You by Toby Mac. So I highly encourage you to listen to it, listen to the lyrics, and even go watch their music video. It's awesome. I wanted to pop in today to talk about whole body health and just some tips, Whole30 tips, just whole eating tips that I've learned along the way. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer 20 months ago, the first thing that we did was switch to an anti-inflammatory diet. I don't know if you know, but when your body is inflamed, that's when all of the bad things can happen. So that's when cancer can happen. That's when autoimmune diseases can happen, chronic pain, chronic illness. I mean, you name it. Everything bad that happens when our body is inflamed. And so I immediately went to an anti-inflammatory diet. So please Google that, do some research on that, and what inflammatory foods are. And I just started switching everything over. And Whole30 was one of the diets that I just really loved. I loved how clean cut it was. And I tried it and I lost 20 pounds of fat, you guys. 20 pounds. I mean, so last January, I knew I had to get myself moving, and so I started Camp Gladiator, and then in March, I got my brain kind of around Whole30 because it takes a huge switch, and so I really had to get my brain around it, and once I did, I started implementing a little bit at a time, and then April 1st, I was all in, and the whole month of April, I was completely invested in Whole30, and I lost that 20 pounds of fat, and it was just incredible for me, and not only did I lose that, but I got to learn about my body, and I got to learn about how my body worked, and I learned that dairy and me do not go. And I'm like the biggest cheese person. Ask anybody. I'm like the biggest cheese person ever. I love my cheese. I could eat cheese all day. I could eat the entire block by myself. But that just wasn't working for me. I always felt bloated and it just didn't feel good. And then finding out that all these things could have contributed to my cancer diagnosis, they just had to go. And so especially sugar. Sugar's been a huge one. Sugar triggers cancer like no other. So, and along with everything else bad that can happen in your body, sugar is a huge contributor to that, and we are way addicted to it in this country. And so I've been making a huge point to get sugar out of our home, out of my diet, my girls' diet. So I wanted to show you guys some of the tools and tips that we use, because I never want you to feel hopeless when I give you guys all these things for life. I want you to feel empowered, and so I want to always give you some tangible tools to use to change your life, because I feel like everyone can live the best, healthiest life possible, and we don't have to do the whole ignorance is bliss. We can learn and we can evolve, and so I want to give you some of those tools. One of my favorite snacks is this one by Chomps. So yummy. It is like a healthy Slim Jim. It's so good. And has no sugar in it. I mean, what amazed me when I saw Whole30 is all the hidden sugar. It's just incredible to me, all the little sneaky places they hide sugar. And then they love to change the name. So they love to change it to sucralose and to have all kinds of these weird names. And so it's like, well, wait a second. And so this one, no sugar. This one's the turkey one. They also have a beef one. So yummy. Great for busy moms on the go. Other on-the-go snacks that we love that I put in my girls' lunches are nut thins. These ones are like the little packs of them. And it's just the sea salt. I think it's just almond. And my girls love these. It's almond and rice. And so we'll put these in their lunches. I used to be such a granola girl. I loved a giant bowl of granola and fruit. And now it's interesting hearing back how, one, the milk that I was putting in there wasn't good for me, and the grains weren't good for me. So I switched over to a grain-free granola. I love this one by Wild Way.
It's their apple cinnamon, and the coolest part, you guys, is it's just like all full of whole foods. I'm like, why doesn't everybody do this? So this one has dates, that's your sweetener, walnuts, organic apples, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, dry roasted cashews, pecans, cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla bean. Yum. And I switched my milk over. I do Good Karma unsweetened vanilla. It's flax milk, you guys, and it's so yummy. It's awesome in coffee. It's nice and creamy. It has a little hint of that vanilla. It's so good. My girls drink it. That's their milk that they drink now. We use it in baking. We use it in oatmeal. We use it in everything. The other one that blew my mind that sugar is hidden in is dressing, salad dressing, and a ton of it. I looked at one in my mom's fridge the other day, and it had 7 tablespoons, it had 7 grams of sugar for 2 tablespoons of dressing. And that's just wild to me, just not necessary. So Tessemae's is incredible. If you haven't tried them, I encourage you to go try them. All of them are good. This one's one of my favorites. It's lemon garlic, great for marinade. It's great for a dip, like dipping shrimp and seafood. And it's obviously great as a salad dressing. And it has sunflower oil, lemon juice, olive oil, mustard seeds, garlic, and sea salt. And it's so good. I mean, why would anyone make anything else? It makes no sense to me. So that's one of our other favorites. Another snack that we love from Trader Joe's is these yummy fruit pouches. The best part is there's one ingredient, bananas. And they have like every fruit you can think of. They have dried apples, they have dried grapes, they have strawberries and blueberries and raspberries, and my girls love them. This one's my favorite because it's not super messy. So the other ones are a little messy, but it's so good. And what else do we use? We don't do pasta anymore because of no grains. The Whole30's big thing is no sugar, no grains, no dairy, no alcohol, which I would probably say we're more Whole29. And so we do Banza. We love this for our pasta nights. You guys, the protein blows me away. It's so amazing to me. It has 25 grams of protein in here, whereas average pasta is 13 grams. Whoa. So this is awesome. We really, really love it, and it fulfills exactly what pasta would need to fulfill. And then I want to give you guys a couple of things I do oily-wise. Copaiba is one of my favorites for anti-inflammatory, not only for muscles, but I put a drop on my tongue every day to keep my body out of being inflamed. Google that one. It will blow your mind. I also do frankincense. The white label means vitality, which means it's safe to ingest. And so I do frankincense on my tongue as well. Also will blow your mind. Google that one. There are some amazing benefits that frankincense is linked to. And then the last one is Endoflex. I use this one because of my thyroid. And so it's also vitality, so I can put it in my coffee, I can do a drop on my tongue, and it just helps my thyroid function. So those are my tips for you guys today. I hope that you feel empowered, and I hope you feel encouraged to make some better choices. And please subscribe and share and comment. And if you ever have any questions, please let me know. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your week. Thank you.